A simple practice for beginners or anyone. Starting in Vajrapradama Mudra, the tips of the fingers interlaced and the palms pressed over the heart, the gesture of unshakable trust that reminds you to trust the timing of your life. Everything is happening for you. Interlace your palms, press them up to the sky, stretch underneath the shoulders, and then take your right fingers, drop them to the right side of you, and reach your left arm up and over into a side bend with the palm facing the ground. As you breathe in, slowly rise back up, drop the left hand beside you, and carve the right arm up and over alongside your cheek, the whole right side body elongating and opening. And then come back up to center, tall spine. Bring yourself onto all fours, hands and knees. And then curl your toes, raise your hips into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Settling in, pressing your heart towards your thighs, dropping the head between your upper arms. Raise your right leg smoothly to the sky, and then step it forward between your hands. You can always help it up by holding onto the ankle with your right hand and placing it between the hands. And then once you arrive, look forward, stretch from the back heel out through the top of the head. Lower your back knee down, slide the hips back, and elongate the front leg into a runner's stretch, the right toes pointing up and the upper body folding over that long front leg. Look forward, bend your front knee, curl the back toes under, downward facing dog, step back. From this downward dog, lower both knees to the earth, seat towards heels, and head towards the ground, child's pose. Draw yourself back up onto hands and knees, and reach your right leg straight back from the hip for spinal balance. Left arm reaches forward. You try to find the very center of yourself and have a sense of drawing in at the same time as you stretch away from it. And then bring the hand and shin back and go the other way. Left leg stretches back. Right arm reaches forward. Lift your belly up towards your spine. See if you can open up the back body a little more. And then slowly play it in reverse. Put the right palm down, put the left shin down. Settle, curl your toes, raise your hips, downward facing dog. A few moments to breathe deeply here, remembering you can always bend your knees to help keep your spine nice and straight. We're going for a flat back here. And then raise your left leg up and back to the sky behind you. Any amount will do. Take your time stepping the left foot up between your hands. Help it with the left hand if you need to. And once you arrive, lift the heart, stretch back through the right heel, gaze forward. And then you can take that runner stretch, the back knee drops down, the front leg elongates, and you can fold over it. Look forward, bend the front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, child's pose, seat to heels, head towards the earth. Climb on up through hands and knees, stretch your left leg back, and reach your right arm forward for the spinal balance, sometimes called the dancing cat. Bring right palm back to earth, left shin back to earth, and change sides. Right leg goes back, and left arm goes forward, lifting the low belly in and up, straightening out your spine. Come on back to hands and knees. Curl your toes, raise your hips, downward facing dog. Walk your hands now back to your feet at the back of the mat and dangle from your legs in a forward bend. You can bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable here. Allow the head to fall like a ripe piece of fruit ready to fall right off the tree branch. And then soften your knees even more to roll steadily up to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose, standing tall, arms by your side. Turn to face the long side of your mat, and we're going to set up for tree pose. Left foot planted, right foot comes up. It slides right up the inseam of the left leg. Once you're steady, bring your palms to prayer. You can always place that right foot below the kneecap or even keep the toes on the floor if you need a little more help with balance. You can raise your arms and open them out to the side like great mighty tree branches, and let your breath be like the wind that ripples through the leaves of your tree. Bring the palms back to prayer. Look to the right. Step the right foot to the edge of the mat with the toes pointing towards the short side, and then open the left foot back a little more so you're in a warrior two stance. The right knee bends to a square. Your legs should be at least one leg's distance apart, arms parallel with the shoulders. Straighten both legs, press the palms together above you, and turn all your toes to the long side of the mat. Open the arms, hands to your hips. Lift the heart, draw the elbows back. And then hinging at the hips, fold slowly forward for Sarita Padottanasana, the wide-legged forward fold. Keep drawing the front of the legs up as the back of the legs opens. From here, you can hop or step your feet together again in the center of the mat. Soften your knees. Roll slowly up to stand, finding your Tadasana, mountain pose. And then keeping the right foot planted, draw the left foot up into tree pose. So bring it either to the inner right thigh, to the calf muscle, or even keep the toes perched on the earth. Hands to prayer, and then once you're steady, the arms can radiate out from your heart like great tree branches. Press down into the right big toe to get even taller and mightier here. And then collect the palms back into your heart in that prayer. Look to the left this time at the back of the mat. Step your left foot out, toes pointing to the short side of your mat, and then walk the right foot back into your warrior two. Bend your left knee to a square, open the arms to a T. Feel your spine still in Tadasana, not reaching forward or back, but straight up towards the sky. And then what we call the flying warrior. Straighten out your left leg. Press your palms together above your head. Turn all your toes to the long side of the mat. And as the arms come down, the hands find your hips. Elbows draw towards each other. Look up, lift your heart, and then dive down between your wide legs, releasing hands to the floor. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can always put a block underneath you. Look up. Step or hop your feet together in the center of the mat. Soft knees. Roll yourself all the way back up. And this time it's Utkatasana. Bend your knees like you're sitting on the edge of a little chair as the arms reach for the sky. Powerful pose. Fold over long, straight legs. Drop the head towards the earth. Walk your way around to face the front of the mat again. Downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, child's pose. Sit up on your shins, palms to thighs. Getting ready for a little back bend. Stand on your knees and feet hip width apart. Curl your toes under. Take your palms like they're in the back pockets of your jeans. Elbows draw towards each other, and then lift your heart up and start to lean back. If that's enough, stay there. If you want more, reach for your heels. If you don't reach your heels just yet, that's fine. If it's comfortable, you can allow the head to fall back. Continue breathing, reminding yourself that everything is okay. You're exactly where you need to be. Life is happening for you, not to you. Raise the heart up, climbing the hands back to your low back. Uncurl the toes, sit down on your shins. Vajra Pradama Mudra, the fingers loosely interlaced over the heart. Unshakable faith in the timing of your life. Let's take one more Ustrasana, camel pose. Curl your toes, place your palms in your imaginary back pockets, elbows draw in towards each other, and heart goes up, 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 and then you start to lean back. If you want to reach for your heels, go for it, but know that that's not necessary. You can keep your hands on your hips. Allow yourself to get softer and more expansive with each breath. Calm yourself with your breathing. Hands climb back to your low back. Heart leads the way up. Rise back up with your spine, uncurl the toes, sit on your shins. Vajra Pradama Mudra covers the heart, bolsters the heart. You feel the heart wants to lift into the hands. Even just a few breaths of this makes your heart stronger. Come to sit, shifting your legs out in front of you, and then lie down on your back, hug your knees into your chest, and rock a touch from side to side. You can make tiny circles around your sacrum. And then drop both knees over to the left as your heart spirals towards the right and your gaze looks over your right arm for a simple supine twist. Nice release after back bending. After 4 or 5 breaths here, you can make your way back to center, hugging the knees in once again. And then drop both knees over to the right side. Unfold the left arm to the left. Look over your left arm. Allow the back of the heart to spread towards the earth and all the bones to just settle. Draw the knees back into center, give them one more little squeeze, and then rock yourself up to sitting. Getting ready for Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together and the knees dropping open to either side. Raise the heart and lengthen the spine, look up. If that's enough, you can stay there. If you want a little more, then you can lead with the heart and fold forward. If you're folding forward, keep the front body bright and long, and when you can't fold anymore, then you can let the head drop. You might find that as you stay for a few breaths, you can fold a little deeper. Keep reaching the heart forward and letting the head fall. Look forward, rise all the way up on an inhale. Close your knees as if you're closing a book. Stretch your legs out. Walk your sitting bones back just a touch. For Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. Walk your hands out alongside of the legs. Keep leading with the heart. And when you can't fold anymore, then you let that head go. Then you drop in. It's a nice shape to really allow you to climb inside yourself, to let go of any outer stimulation, to drop into your heart, quiet your mind. On an in-breath, roll all the way up to a tall spine. And then come on down to your back. It's time for Shavasana. Take a big inhale at the bottom and open your mouth and just let all the breath fall out. Drop your burden. Allow the breath to be easy and free. And imagine the whole outline of your body softening. Stay here as long as you like. Namaste.